Right.
Boom, boom,
Okay, we're rolling. What's everybody?
All right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Park Score Podcast. Today, I'm here with Erik and Cason. We just now got finished seeing the Weapons movie. Me and Cason did. Erik saw it the other day.
Yep.
And we're going to review it on the podcast. We're going to tell you how to feel about it. And, but we can just go ahead and jump into it. I mean, me and Cason tried to save as much combo about the movie as we could on the way over here. So, yeah, guys, what'd you think? First impressions, and then we can talk about.
So, like,
let's keep
I thought it was a great
spoilers to the second half, and then
I got you. So I thought it was a great movie. There was definitely a lot of hype around it, and so I think in my mind I like overrated it myself and thought I was about to go in and like see like the greatest movie of all time, right? And it like obviously wasn't that, but it was still a great movie. I really liked it a lot. Like watching, so I watched Barbarian before this, right? Zach Krieger's other movie, his other horror movie, and it was really scary. It was like one of the scariest movies I've ever seen, right? Or one of the most tense movies I've ever seen. But I would say like I wasn't as scared in this movie, right? I wasn't like pissing down my leg or nothing, but it was a good movie for sure.
It's pretty good. I haven't seen Barbarian, but I've heard good things about it.
Yeah.
So I went and watched Weapons in the theater, and then I was blown away. I thought it was really, really good. I went and recommended it to friends and stuff, and then Cason pointed me to Barbarian. I was like, okay, well, it's same guy, so I'll check both out. And honestly, I wasn't as impressed with Barbarian, but that's not because of anything that movie did wrong necessarily. I think Weapons to me was just so like good.
Yeah.
But
so look, let me say this. And this is a slight spoiler for Barbarian, but the kind of suspense that was built up like in the first act whenever she's like walking down the basement, that I feel like that level of like suspense that I felt like hasn't been matched, or like it was the most suspenseful I've felt watching a movie in a really long time. And so just in that sheer fact, I thought it was like I was pretty like blown away by the movie.
So so we had like a 1:15 showing at the theater, and we got there at like probably 1:22, and we were
God, I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
Listen. We were sitting in traffic. And I was like, all right, well, we already missed the beginning. So I started explaining it to Cason. I was like, okay, so fade in from black. I was like, there's a voiceover of a child, and Cason goes, and then he pulls up on 1, 2, 3 movies and just
started watching
it in traffic,
pirated version of the movie.
Yeah, and then he's watching it. I'm worried he's gonna like
get too deep into it.
No, I'm worried he's gonna like run into the person. Yeah, run into the person in front of us.
Bro.
Oh, he was driving?
Yeah, so that was probably the most suspenseful.
No, I was not.
Suspenseful aspect of the movie for me, but. No, but
that suspense was that. Have you ever felt that level of suspense before?
No. I was actually I was pumping the brakes in the passenger seat. But I swear I'm not even kidding. Okay, but on a real note, so that was my second time seeing the movie. Like I said, the first time I saw it, we got there on time. I thought it was really, really good. I knew nothing going in. I'd only seen trailers and stuff, and we'll get into spoilers, here in the second half of the pod, but. So I had high expectations for it because I'd heard about the whole bidding war thing, where Jordan Peele fired his assistant after the assistant lost like a bidding war. So I immediately I was like, okay, we're in for something pretty good. And I tried to stay away from any kind of trailers or anything like that. I had seen the image of the guy with the like zombie looking face or whatever. And I was like, okay. And did you guys notice that, like, I'm trying to think, like, the main lead girl, she's the Silver Surfer in the new Fantastic Four. And then Josh Brolin obviously plays Thanos. And then the guy,
Asian guy?
yeah, he plays Wu in Marvel. So it's all, like, these big names. And yeah, I mean, I think ultimately the thing I really liked about the movie was just that it did everything good. Like good cinematography. I thought the acting was really good. To me, the best actor was the tweaker.
Yeah.
Wait, were you gonna say that?
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
I think he was the best one. Like the whenever he like finally gets his fix and he's on the phone and he's contacting the police station,
trying to get the reward.
Yeah, I think his performance in that like little 30 seconds, he plays a tweaker so well. Like,
The kid from Euphoria.
Yeah, I didn't know anything else that he was in actually, but yeah, I heard he was in Euphoria. Does he play like a tweaker on Euphoria? No. What's his role in Euphoria? Just
Like chill underclassman.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty. Like I don't know how to explain it. He's just like a normal guy. He's like the normal kid.
Yeah. Oh, and then the cop, he's played by Alden Ehrenreich, who was the Han Solo remake dude, which I didn't remember him at first whenever we were watching it the first time, but I was like, I recognize him somewhere.
No, yeah.
His performance was really good because he just embodied just like
Scumbag
pure
cop.
rage. Yeah, scumbag cop.
Turned off the body cam.
Yeah, turn off the body cam.
Dude, you kept saying whenever you were explaining it to me, you kept saying like that the cinematography was like really good. I thought it was really underwhelming and bland.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
There wasn't. Usually, whenever I watch a movie, there will be like one or two shots or something that'll just stick with you that you can just replay. This one, I can't really remember.
They had
like anything that stuck out to me.
There was that one shot. They copied the shot from Boogie Nights where he's running out of the house. He's running out of the house, and it's like the.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
When because who's running out of the house on that scene? Isn't it the tweaker? He's running out of the house, and it's like he's running out of the house. The door's open, and it's zooming in as he's running out, and it's zooming in on the open door.
It's like the almost like the Jaws thing, where it's like the bending the perspective.
Oh, I got you now.
And then they had what do they call that? The
mise en scène.
Shut up. They had that one. What do they call that shot where it's like a rack pull where you zoom in at the same time you
adjust
the perspective.
Yeah,
where when he finally gets his fix. That I like stuff like that.
Yeah, they did that. I'm pretty sure they did that same thing with the cop. I'm almost certain there was a scene where the cop I think he sees the guy and it did that same rack pull.
Well, either way, I thought
But
it
they
was.
didn't do anything there wasn't anything that they had made that was inventive though.
No. But I mean,
that's what I was expecting.
I don't really fault them for that though. I mean, I feel like they just took things that have worked really well in other movies and just kind of applied it. I think
they did like the Pulp Fiction thing where it's like you jump stories while you're also jumping timelines and it all kind of fits together, which is like that's not even a bad thing that they copied that. I'm saying I like that, but
it's already a common practice.
Yeah, you can't call it copied. That's like in music when people try to sue somebody for using the same melody. It's like
that's already
there's only so many ways of telling a story.
Have y'all seen the video? This is sidetrack, but have y'all seen the video where they're it's the disposition with Pharrell Williams, and they're like, what is a 12-bar blues? And he's like, am I a music teacher? He's like, I'm not gonna sit here and teach you music theory. And they're like, what is a 12-bar blues? And he's just sitting there arguing with them because they're suing him because it's this song uses a 12-bar blues progression, and he's like, yeah, there's a million songs that use that progression.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, altogether, would you guys recommend? Because I think we could just go ahead and jump into spoilers. But would you guys recommend Weapons?
Yeah, definitely.
How did it stack up?
I would recommend it to someone who just hasn't been to the movies in a long time and just wants to see something entertaining. I wouldn't jump out and tell everyone that this is the greatest. It's cool. I enjoyed it. I had a good time.
To me, I think what I appreciated so much about it was that it's an original story, and then
Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and I'm not a huge fan of the horror genre, but I feel like this kind of blended. It was like horror, but it was more thriller. And I think one thing that really stood out to me was that a lot of times in like horror movies, it is very hard for me to actually care about any of the characters. Like, because typically it's just like stock. They'll just throw, okay, here's the black guy, here's the chick, here's the jock, and they get killed off one by one. That's not how this movie was. You actually kind of have a reason to root for each one of these characters. And like I honestly can't say that there was any one character that I did not like. Which Cason actually on the way over here he had a take that I thought was not very good, and we can get into that about the villain.
Oh
yeah. So we'll just go ahead and jump into spoilers because it's gonna be inevitable.
I think they overplayed their hand just a little bit with Aunt Gladys. Like I feel like we could have used maybe like 2 or 3 less scenes, or like maybe waited a little bit longer before we like saw her.
But which scene would you have?
I don't know, but I feel like
the one where she's in the principal's office.
I feel like by the like even that one, that's like okay, she's unsettling. She's still new, right?
Hey, Allie. Hey, what are you doing here?
He did not.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
This is a surprise.
Surprise on camera.
Yeah.
Being too virgin.
No, come on in.
Yeah,
You
come
it's
on in.
cool.
You can come on into the podcast. So you lied to me when you said you were watching a movie with your father?
I did. I've been on the boat with your parents for like an hour and a half.
Oh wow.
Oh, jeez.
So, Allie, we just now finished seeing Weapons. Have you seen Weapons?
No, but I heard that you saw it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Well, so Cason was just talking about the villain. Okay, so but what scene do you feel like was worth getting rid of? Because to me, that's another thing I think the movie did well. Is it was just I felt like it was very tight. Like at no point was I like, okay, come on, like let's get it.
I have something for that after he finishes.
Okay.
So
ahead.
like in that, like there's no one particular scene where I feel like that they could have cut out, right? But I think like not showing her, like have her in the scene, but like not show her,
Like they did with Nicolas Cage in the.
Long Legs.
Like
They didn't show him, but he was in the scene.
because like that's the thing too is like with like even with like Long Legs or like her, they have that kind of uncanny valley thing where it's like you're seeing them and you're like, ew, this is gross. But like after a while, it starts to wear off, and by the end, there's like a jump scare with her in it, and it got to the point where I was like, oh yeah, that's the.
She's gonna be down there. Oh, there she is.
Yeah,
oh,
or
now
like
it's over.
yeah, and I was like, oh, that's the evil lady. Yeah, right. And it wasn't like, oh my god, gross, creepy monster. It was like, yeah, gross old lady.
What you were saying earlier about, you said it being tight, you felt like it was very tight. There was like not a lot of filler. There was not a lot of, I think it's that way. And I would argue that you said that it gives you enough time for you to fall in love with all the characters. There wasn't one particular one. I don't think there was. Like it didn't go super in depth in any of them. I didn't really care about any of them.
So what I'm saying though is I think the pacing. This is why I actually felt like I could root for the people is because it's not that most horror movies, the way they do it is we're going to get a scene where the character walks out on the porch and has a cigarette and then has a flashback of something that happened with their parents. That's not really related to the story, but it's thematically on point because it's about the story's about struggle or addiction or whatever. We don't really get that with these characters. Like you said, it's there's not a lot of lingering, but to me, I kind of liked it because at no point did I feel like we're kind of just beating a dead horse and being like, okay, we get it. She has this like a perfect example. The main girl, it's clear she has a drinking problem. Like in the movie, they set that up, but it's not like we don't dwell on it. It's more of just like hey, let's pepper this in with her character. It tells you a little bit about her, but we don't dwell on it because that's another thing too. Is like the movie definitely had themes, but
That is the only thing that you know about her, though.
No, not entirely true. I mean, we know she's a teacher.
You know about her relationship, her like kind of.
Yeah,
background.
she has an affair.
She dated
She dated the cop.
She's an alcoholic and she's a school teacher.
She's an alcoholic. She's a school teacher, but also they make sure to set up that she is a teacher that like goes above and beyond. She's not just like a kind of like, oh, let me phone this in. Like she's trying to,
But
you
spend the most time with her, and those are the only things that we really know about her.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess to me that's enough for a fully fleshed out character.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's almost like to tell this story, do I really need to know like what her relationship with her father is?
Right.
What kind of movies do, like I don't need to know all these other things. I need to know the bare basics to tell this story.
Yeah,
Well,
and to root for the character, because like for me,
you need to know those. I guess. I mean, yeah. It's just you need to know those basic elements, but then they stretch it out across like 4 or 5 different characters because they don't have enough information on just one to make a movie with just one.
well, but that's like okay. I think that's where Longlegs, because I think in a lot of ways this movie could be compared to Longlegs. I think everything that I thought was kind of boring about Longlegs, this movie did better, because like Agent Harker from Longlegs, it gets to a point with her where we're like, okay, I get that this is a slow burn, but like, yeah, she's tortured. Yeah, she's trying to figure it out. Like, we know this.
I don't know. I think I just like boring movies.
I liked just. I think also Josh Brolin's character was. I liked his character in this. I like Josh Brolin as an actor in general.
No, me too.
I liked his.
He reminds me of y'all's dad.
No, I
Really?
love Josh Brolin.
That's so funny. No, yeah, I thought he was a good character. I think. Go ahead.
One thing that I'll say, so I think my biggest disappointment with this movie is I am a fan of like the horror genre, right? And Barbarian was like, it was like really scary. It's one of like the best scary movies I've seen in a while, right? And so I was like, man, this is like so refreshing, because I feel like horror movies can be like really cheap. The one thing about this wasn't as much of like a scary movie as more if it was like a drama, right? With some suspense. But he did like the same thing with Barbarian, where it's like those moments where you're like, you know what's about to happen, and he just like lets it kind of slowly build. And then there's like one scene where like she's in the car, and they like she comes in the back, I guess it's.
Oh yeah.
They go in the back seat,
Yeah.
like take, and it's like you see them come up to the window, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's about to like
Kill her. You think she's
and
gonna
then-
kill her?
And then you're like, I heard somebody behind us go, please tell me that door's locked.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. So like when we were in the movie, there was like a boomer couple behind us, and the like husband he was like narrating the movie behind us where he
Yeah, when when Josh Brolin had the paint, he was like, he wrote witch.
yeah, because there's a red paint witch thing on the Julia Garner's car, and then it shows it pans down to the red paint in Josh Brolin's car, and you're like, oh yeah, red paint. And he makes sure to let everyone in the theater know he was the one that
top
wrote
of it.
that.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you.
I have nothing to contribute. I've never seen any of these movies.
I didn't. Now that I'm thinking about it more, I actually didn't really like it that much.
So
All right,
let me
good.
say,
we need a contrarian.
I'm not even trying to be like devil's advocate. I just really.
I know, but that's good. That's good for the pod though, because we need a contrarian like opinion. It helps.
like, I don't mean to keep on bringing up Barbarian, but like one thing that I really love about that movie is like I saw somebody compare it to like a lot of the kind of like B movie like horror movies from like the 80s and
Cason's
stuff.
favorite.
Literally, like, and it's like very Evil Dead-esque, because like for everybody who hasn't seen it, it takes place basically just in like one house. It's like,
Is it like a 24-hour movie, like Parks was explaining earlier?
yeah, kind of. It's like 4 characters tops, and it's just in this one house, right? And it's like it's crazy how much suspense he's like able to build with this like these limited elements.
Exactly, and the other one doesn't have that. It doesn't have any limits.
It's a little bit less scary, right? Because the scariest thing about like Barbarian was it's so claustrophobic. But with this, it's like so grand scale. That like in Barbarian, I'm discovering this stuff as the characters discovering it, right? But I'm from the if the Josh Brolin and Julia Garner are like the 2 protagonists, right? I know more information than them, which can lead to a lot scarier moments. But it's also like,
But you didn't do anything with it.
But
feel
I
like,
don't think the goal of the movie was to be
super
scary.
Yeah.
I think, and that's that's what was interesting to me about it is more of the mystery aspect, and you're trying to put it together like the whole time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mystery is a good word.
And in that, it's very similar to like a Jordan Peele movie,
Yeah,
where like
well-
he uses the like horror elements, but at the end of the day, it's just like.
And I was thinking, because I had watched the movie Us, like I'm thinking going into this, I'm like, because when you don't know what's happened to these children, you're like, you start piecing together theories, right? And then Josh Brolin has a dream sequence where there's the AK-47 or the AR-15 above the house.
What was up
and
with that?
Yeah, I know, right? And like even still watching
I
it
have
back,
a lot of questions. Man.
Even
completely
watching it back,
forgot
I was
about
like,
that.
okay, that's but I think probably that was just like a
video game
misdirect, or I don't know what that was about. Obviously, it connects to the name of the movie, but it doesn't really connect to the plot. But I think that was whenever I was watching it, I kept trying to like figure out what it was ultimately going to be. It's kind of staring you right in the face from the very beginning with like the witch thing, like the witch graffiti on her car. But
I like it's got to be. I'm like one connection short, but it's like the name of the movie, the name Weapons, right? It's like I feel like it's referring to like she's using these people as weapons, right?
yes,
Bit of
So
a
it's
stretch,
like-
but sure.
I mean, and
No, I
then
know.
like and then in the dream sequence, Josh Brolin sees a weapon, right? So, but I don't know what the connection to his character or like really to the plot is, and then it like shines at
I wish
217.
instead of all the bullshit about the characters, because
Thank you for your contribution, Allie.
I wish instead of that they did more background on the
okay.
on the witch or the history of the witch or the
Yeah.
history of any of that, or maybe even ditch all the characters and just have the kid and develop the kid.
Wait, so you want more history of the witch? So Case is saying we need less of her, but you're saying we need more.
Yeah, because it's not a scary movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, I feel like if we would have started getting bogged down, like I think we get just enough of the magic, system with her where it's like, we know
They cross the threshold. They cross the threshold where it's too much, and now you have to do something else with it.
What do you mean?
They showed too much of the magic. They did. There's too many, and they showed it in like
So-
daylight.
So, but beyond just her spell that she does, where she's able to,
There's like 6 scenes with her in that room with the candles.
I don't think it's 6, but they show just enough to make the audience understand. Okay, when she stabs her finger and it bleeds, she puts something from somebody on this root, thorny thing. It's enough for them to put together. When the kid goes into the bathroom at the very end, okay, he's
Right.
caught on. He's gonna do this, and then other than that, they don't really explain her
Yeah.
magic,
Or a story at all.
her story at all. But I think with what Cason was saying,
Casey's cheating. He's reading Letterboxd.
well, I am kind of interested in what other people's reviews are, because here's the thing.
Make sure you
is
say their name.
I came out of the movie. I came out of the movie thinking, man, that was like really good, and I I was happy to finally enjoy like a movie after because I feel like there's just a lot of slop out there, but I was happy to enjoy it. But then I hear from a friend of a friend that he had been like, oh yeah, I wasn't really impressed. It was one of Dylan's friends. They were like, because Dylan was asking me about the movie. He's like,
Yeah.
is it good? Because he got 2 completely conflicting opinions. And I was so bewildered at, like I think maybe,
You know who I think the movie's for now that we mentioned recommendations?
yeah, who?
This is a Thomas Tuttle movie. Thomas, if you're watching this, I think you would really love this
Yeah,
movie.
Thomas, I think you'd like the movie. I think you'd
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Let's see. Well, I think
what do the
I'm-
reviews say?
I'm-
Because I want to
Thomas
hear.
Tuttle
Reviewed it?
gave it 4 stars and said Aunt Gladys looks like Pearl.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
point.
Thank you, Thomas. How do you think the teachers at Abbott Elementary School would have handled this? Here's one by Zoe I won't say your last name. Hilarious how anyone ever thought the teacher was involved in the classroom disappearance, as if an entire room of children has ever listened to what we tell them to do.
Okay, but so this is
Common
this
teacher.
is
Teacher.
Letterboxd, where everyone is trying to
Joking,
have
yeah.
the
Funny.
most clever,
Yeah.
funny review. What I want to get some actual reviews, because you get reviews where people just sit there and bitch about it.
To
When it's
me,
like
a really great example of originality and meaning there were very little of the film doesn't deliver on its presented ideas. It's more interesting in structure than content, but even the shifting POV doesn't amount to much. There's a stretch in the middle, the best part in my opinion, between a disgruntled cop and a young troublemaker, where Krieger seems to be introducing elements of coincidence, human fallibility, and even our institutions can fail to protect our kids.
Oh my
but otherwise,
gosh, bro! People
So this
love
is-
to read shit into like
yeah,
Cason was talking about with Barbarian, how there was. So the movie is about an Airbnb. Two people accidentally get booked into the same Airbnb, and then turns out the owner of the Airbnb gets like accused of SA, and then he has to come back home to Michigan and like check out this property and like sell it. Da 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 da. Anyways, long story short, Cason was reading some reviews from that where people were like talking about how, well, actually the real
it's like-
monster is rent lords oppressing, whatever. And it's
yeah,
just
it's like they're subject. They're like
Yeah.
their privilege over the renter. Blah blah.
yeah.
And you want to go ahead and say the punchline?
Well, the punchline is essentially that the movie Barbarian is about an incest monster that lives underground.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you guys want to know what the scariest movie that I've seen in a long time?
what?
It's called Antlers. With that one.
Antlers. Okay.
Let's look up pictures of it. Look up pictures of it.
What's that about?
That is scary. I seen it years ago, but it just came to me. It's this little kid who already looks really scary. He's in a bunch of movies. He always plays the same character. And he just sees this monster in the woods. But the monster is like some like mythology. It's like a real thing. It's just a deer with antlers, but it's huge.
Oh, I think I've seen images of the
That
thing, and like
movie's
there's like it
really
looks like a
scary.
body is like hanging from it.
That movie is really scary.
Yeah. I'll be willing to check it out. What's scary about it?
Scott Cooper.
Why is it?
Everything about it is really scary. The imagery is really scary. The way they tell the story, the character, the little kid, he like says like 3 words in the whole movie. It's really scary.
Jesse Plemons looks truly miserable in this movie.
Jesse Plemons is awesome.
Jesse Plemons is fighting for his life to stay awake in this.
Jesse Plemons.
Get this. Wait, no. Brian on Letterboxd hit it on the head. Get this. It's a horror movie that's actually about unresolved trauma. Holy shit.
No, yeah, that I'll say that's something else that I kind of just appreciate about Weapons is it's like, yeah, you can read these like ulterior themes into it and stuff, but ultimately
It's about a witch.
It's about a witch.
It lacks like.
What?
It lacks. It's missing something.
What?
And because it's missing something, it just comes off pretentious to me. It's missing something like.
I think saying that it is lacking something and then not like what do you think is lacking? Because to
I'm
me,
trying to figure out the words.
I feel like that's one thing that's one thing I really didn't get a feeling from this movie is that it was like pretentious or anything like that. It seemed to me pretty grounded. It wasn't trying to have any like super deep like, yeah, this is actually about addiction or this is about like you said unresolved trauma. It is very much just like, here's a crazy ass mystery. What do you think is at the bottom of this? We're gonna go through all these characters and they're slowly gonna piece it together, and you, the audience, are gonna be trying to piece it together at the same time. But that what I'm saying is like, that's a claim, but you got to like sort of provide some sort of like.
It's missing something. I don't know if it's camera wise or some like there's no creativity.
Somebody on Letterboxd did say you can tell this was made by a sketch comedian because everything leads up to one bit at the end.
Oh yeah,
like the kids running.
The very end where the kids are. One thing that I actually did appreciate about the end is that it was like we get our resolution and then it's just
Right.
like, all right, done.
Well, that
Done.
and that's the thing
'Cause
too
there's-
is like
There's so much like, and then 6 months later. And then
Yeah.
they're on a peaceful, quiet lake, and it's sunrise, and she's with the kid knocks on her door, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And
Yeah, I'm not asking for that,
You
though.
know, like I just that's what I'm saying.
What did y'all think about the end though of like all the kids still being all tweaked
Death.
out?
Well, because I
It's
think
all like believable. It's all
yeah,
like,
I think that's the kind of believable part about like the magic system or whatever is that. Yeah, they're literally getting
Has
their
a
life
permanent
force
effect.
drained. Yeah. So it's like, and because, well, he said some of the kids are beginning to talk again this year. So for me, it was like, it was believable because it
More
shows-
trauma.
yeah, they have to overcome their trauma, their witch trauma. I think here's one thing, and this might be a theme that we could kind of talk about. I don't know if you guys will want to talk about it though. So somebody said that this movie is confirming the subconscious fears of the American public. What do they mean by that? Kids in a basement getting their life force drained by...
That's a bit of a stretch.
Well, I think there's the whole meme with like energy vampires and the Pizzagate thing and that sort of like adrenochrome type stuff. I think that could be a theme of it in a way, because like watching it back, the second time watching it, one of the shots that actually did stand out to me was when Josh Brolin is going through the basement, shining the light on the kid's face, and it's like total pitch black, but then you see a kid emerge out of here, and he's walking through, and all the kids are like catatonic. Dude, that actually is some like freaky imagery. Not even just like it's scary, not because like seeing the kids there is scary, but it's more of like the thought that, oh, something like this actually could be taking place, like out not a witch, but like kids, and same with Barbarian. Like I think that was what was freaking me about Barbarian, and that I was so unsettling about Barbarian was the idea that, oh yeah, probably in a basement somewhere there is some like some crazy shit like this going on.
But
actually, not even probably, like definitely, it's out there somewhere. And that was what was unsettling to me, but
my thing is like make it more like a snuff film. Like blur the lines and make it crazy. If you're gonna make a horror movie, unless you're gonna make a ripoff of Evil Dead, if you're gonna do that on like a Tarantino way, because you're like some traditionalist, do that, whatever. If not, bro, go fucking far out. Kids like are not entertained by this fucking bullshit. It's boring.
But it's a rated. Well, first of all, I think a kid would be entertained by this movie, but also it's rated R, so it's like it's not even necessarily for kids. But I think here's the thing. Like I know
it's
that
not for kids.
Yeah.
Sorry.
no.
Tim Robinson reference.
But no, I thought overall I thought it was good. I'm shocked that people don't feel the same way. Whether it be Dylan's friend, whether it be these two guys right now.
It's a good movie. My shock was I heard a lot of people talking about. So I heard a lot of people talking about like I had a coworker who said I watched it and it was just kind of weird. Like you finish and you're just like, oh, that happened. Like, so I thought it was going to be a super ambiguous ending, almost like Prisoners, where it's like you don't get an answer. Which in that, I'm glad that there was an answer, but also in the same vein, I'm like, wait, but how did you not understand that? Like, I feel like the problem is not that the movie is like too ambiguous with it, and not even that it's too like right there in front of your face. But like, I will say at least I'm glad that the movie gave us an answer, because I feel like it's so cheap to be like, and then the rest is up to you. To me, this is the end of the story.
To me, it was more like a Hulu original or something. Like I would have watched it. I would have watched it at the crib with some popcorn and like some wine and been like, "Yo, this is kind of good. Have you guys heard of this?" But since it's like some big thing with all these blockbuster names, I'm like, I put it at a higher, and it didn't do it for me.
I think, I don't know. Like I was refreshed by it. I thought that I was just happy. I was happy to see an original movie that, because like, once again, Long Legs was an original story, but I went into Long Legs with a certain expectation, and I was kind of let down by Long Legs because I feel like it lingered. It lingered. And also, and dude, if you think about it, like Long Legs, it is so similar to Weapons. It's like almost identical. But I think
don't say any spoilers
for Long Legs.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Okay, well, I was gonna spoil that movie.
Shot on like 16mm film, and like 4:3 aspect ratio.
I think the cinematography of Long Legs is probably better, actually. I think, but I think the story of Weapons was definitely more interesting.
Imagine the cross between the two.
Yeah.
Imagine if you took the cinematographer of Long Legs and put him in that one.
And
just more ideas, fresh.
I think altogether, I think altogether it was pretty good. I would actually give it like a 9 out of 10. I think it was really good. Can't complain.
For weapons?
Weapons, yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7.7.
I was gonna do a strong 6.8 to a 7. And it gets a lot of points because it is an original idea.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna like completely shit down its throat, but I was not impressed.
Oh, bro.
What?
Oh,
Seriously.
we got a couple of contrarians.
What
over
did you
here.
think of the end scene where the kids are just tearing the woman apart?
Well, okay. One thing that I didn't love, if I had one complaint about the movie, it was very gratuitous at times with certain like scenes, like
Where he stabs him in the eyeball.
that man, that got under my skin. Like when he was like stabbed, when he was stabbed with the needle. Because I'm sitting there thinking,
Are you scared of needles?
well, I'm just thinking like he was saying in the movie, do you have AIDS? Do you have hepatitis? And the guy's just kind of like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And like I'm sitting there, I'm like, you ever see something in action and it just makes you go, oh,
Yeah.
like somebody getting stabbed with a dirty needle. Oh my gosh, bro. But okay, so no, yeah, I think like when the scene when Marcus bashes his his husband's head in with his own head, I was like, jeez, like I don't know, that is just so gory. I understand the very end when the kids are ripping apart Gladys, because it's like, okay, yeah, it's the
Imagine how
just
crazy
let
that
it
would have
all-
been if that was the only.
only scene of gore. Yeah,
Right.
I think the Marcus scene didn't even need to be in the movie.
or even I'm trying to think.
Even his character almost. It's fucking. I don't know. Boring and stupid.
Yeah.
Just like it's like.
So what did y'all think about
his gay principal?
Well, he's the
first one.
he's the gay principal. He's the gay principal who's. That's the thing. When we get to his character, that's when we finally figure out about Gladys. He was the one who was the closest to kind of like putting a stop to it right there.
Yeah.
But then that's
Yeah.
when Gladys comes in and is like actually going hands on. Because up until that point, the kid is like her henchman. Oh, here's one thing we have to talk about before we're done. Every horror movie does this wrong. The kid is annoying. And like you're like, oh my gosh, like this kid is number one, not a great actor, but then number two, you can't like they're just not, they seem like such a nuisance. This movie, one thing I thought it did really well was like the kid is smart,
A normal kid.
Yeah.
and you're rooting for him, and he's a good actor. I thought he was a very good actor, and yeah, like
You'll like Antlers a lot then.
Okay, cool. I'm thinking when I was watching it, I was like, dude, imagine being in that kid's like shoes.
Where he's feeding all of them.
Yeah. It's like, what can you do? What can you do?
Yeah.
Oh, and then final thing I'll say is just that, with Barbarian, the plot is tricky because she comes into town and she gets to the Airbnb and there's another person there. You think, oh, well, you just go get a hotel. Right? Well, there's one throwaway line where they say, oh, there's a convention in town, so all the hotels are booked. And it's like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's not. And then there was like one other line later on in Barbarian where, they did something like that where like, because in modern day horror movies, there's a problem with like phones. There's a problem because people have phones. And so there always has to be some line where like, you got to take care of that. Like you got to figure out a way to like have these characters not have phones or not have access to something. With weapons, that's not even really an issue with this plot, just because it's not even like phones would have helped anybody in any of these scenarios. So, but anyways, that's
there was multiple times in Barbarian where I was like, not to be like Gordon or nothing, but I was like, bitch, call the cops now.
yeah.
Like, stop what you are doing. Call the cops now.
Yeah. And I can talk about Barbarian for a second. Like with when she opens that door and sees the tunnel going deep down underground, I don't care what her motivations are. There's just no way you can convince me it's reasonable for that character to just go, okay, well, I guess I gotta go down here. Like,
yeah, or she keeps on like going after his voice in that tunnel. Turn around. He's dead right now or he's chained up.
You can't help him.
You can't do
you
nothing.
can't help him. Your best way of helping him is running and getting the cops. And in that movie, the cops show up and they're not really much help because they don't believe her. They think she's a tweaker or whatever. But it's like, I don't know, like call the cops again. And then it's weird because there was another point in the movie where the cops don't believe her. They drive off, and then she's just like, "Well, what do I do? Do I walk back in there? And then she doesn't go and get in her car. Her car is just sitting there, and I'm like, "Why don't you go get in your car?" Anyways,
I think I've seen like the first 5 minutes of this movie and then turned it off.
yeah,
I
mean,
on Hulu or something.
like I said
on
about
Netflix.
Barbarian,
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
The Airbnb thing sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I can't complain about Barbarian. I think it was after I watched Weapons, so I had really high expectations, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Barbarian, it's not bad."
I think they're also just so different in that like one is so like stripped down, small scale, and one is like because Barbarian the story is so straightforward. Well, relatively, but like with Weapons, you're slowly piecing this story together.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, this has been the Park Score Podcast. I say go check it out. These guys, I don't know if they would recommend it.
I would recommend it. I'd probably wait until it's on streaming though.
Yeah.
Go watch Any Given Sunday. That's a good film.